Hello everyone, my name is Kim Nathafong. In this video I will use Google Sheets, but the Excel version is exactly the same as Google Sheets. So I protect most of the cells that contain formulas. So this will ensure that you do not delete any important formulas. Because it may affect your spreadsheets, therefore, if you see this notification, so you shouldn't bother with it. You should cross it out, or if you accidentally touch a locked cell, just click the cross exit button. So, another very important matter. Please do not move cells from one place. Go to another place, which, if you do that, moving cells can cause problems. Or mess up your spreadsheets that were previously auto-calculated. The best way to avoid those problems, you are better off copying and pasting your information to have my original version stored on your device. Okay, we've wasted enough time. Let's go straight to my teaching. Hello everyone, today I will teach you how to use it. The template is called Small Business Financial Report, which is when you come to the home page or the page called Order Setup. We can see that, so now on this page, there will be a field that we have prepared for us to fill in, right? Which is the first part, which is currency. The currency here will allow us to enter it like the currency unit that we are currently using. And in the next section, it will be in the personal information section, and the information in this section is mainly what we will use to fill in our own details. So what kind of work do we do? So company, what is the address? Something like this. It is similar to indicating ownership of this file. The next part is the payment information side. In this section, so the main information that we will fill in is, it will be information related to our payments, whether it's, so the receiving account or the paying account, we can actually stamp it here, because really, for the criterias in this section, there will be a link to details for paying again on the invoice page. Okay. So the next part is going to be on the unit side, so unit index. Simply put, this will be a data field prepared for filling in the various units that we are using. Whether our product here, will be a unit. For example, pieces or bottles or anything else, you can stamp the index unit in this box. So the information we filled in is in the stock material section and in the final goods section that we will use to sell our products. This one will pull information or use the word reference, information and trade. It comes from the index unit here as well. So for easy data entry, there is no need to fill in the same form over and over. It will be designed in the form of a drop-down. But for now, let's put this part on hold for now. So let's focus on the next part first. That is, it will be on the side of the stock cost breakdown by list simply put. So in this part, we're going to use this to fill in the information for our inventory. So we have some purchases to store in our inventory so that waiting to be sold. For each item, we can list it in each box to see which items we have that we have purchased for our inventory. What is the product SKU or product code number? And how much is it per unit? And in the minimum inventory part here, it will be that we will put a stamp saying that on each of our products, at least in this warehouse, how many items must be kept, because the criterias in this section will be used to calculate our product inventory, that will be used to calculate so the status of each product, should it be restocked or not, but let's focus again on that part together. Okay, so let's come back to the final goods list side. This part is similar to so the inventory that we filled in just a moment ago. But on this side, we will focus on filling in information on the products that we will sell. That is, so what products are available in our shop, you can list them here, and then list in the product code, so selling price or our selling price per unit. How much are we selling and the amount. So use the word set like minimum for when checking stock selection. and then the units that we have synced with on the unique side. So unique index, which is mainly on the setup page, it will be like the settings page, which is on this page. So it will be like the main config of our file. On other pages after this, information from this page will be retrieved for use, which will be in the next section. It will be on the side of the sheet named Order Tracker, which is Order Tracker here. So designed to be in the form of a database. Will it be used to collect daily activity data that each day there are orders, or that there are customers who have purchased products from us, how many pieces, how many invoice numbers, and the names of each customer, what are the names, what products are purchased in each order. This one will be used for, so specifically for storing data in this section. You can see from the sample data that I have filled in on this page, there will mainly be information that includes, so for each order, is the status still normal or not, or maybe the customer has already cancelled it. Because in the case of cancelling, all the information will be crossed out, like we can see. And this one is to collect main information in the order date section. It will collect information that, so on the date the customer purchased our product. So what date is it? This one will be used to calculate the revenue that will come in each day as well. And if we move to the right hand side, we can see that. So I have prepared a feed that for filling in information for so approximately 10 product items per one order, which is simply said, when a customer purchases more than one item, they have us fill in the stamp information into each item he bought. So let's say the first item he bought was chocolate syrup. We'd fill in the information like this. So now if the second item he bought was part of the blueberry cheesecake, so we fill in the information in the second item field according to the second item that he bought. Or if there are items 3, 4, 5, 6, you can fill in them further. You can keep going on the right hand side. A fuse has been created to support it. This point is already complete. And in the next part, it will be on the order overview side. The order overview here will be like the dashboard page that we will use for tracking our performance cells. And the main things that can be adjusted on this page are, that is, it will be in the criteria section, the year, and then the month section. The month here is it will change continuously to see if, so we want to see information or what month's inside is. We can see the information. So you can click to select the month in this box. The information shown here is all. Will it be in the form of a graph or the data in a table? Data will be pulled from the order tracker section automatically. Simply put, for this dashboard page, we will use just, it's mainly for looking at data. And after the above, this will be our monthly performance, right? Let's see. So how many invoices do we have coming in per month? And what is the status of each invoice? Whether it is an invoice that is paid in full, not paid in full, paid missing, and or not paid at all. There will be information stamped into this section as well, which will calculate the total amount that we receive each month. So there will be a calculation in this box for you, including on the side of the body. So average order value. This one will be the column that we calculated to say. So from all our invoices, then we try to average it with the amount of money we receive per month to see. Average amount of money per one order within this month. So how much is average? There will be an automatic calculation in this field, which is the part highlighted in red. It will be part of the cost spent, which is the cost spent here. This will be in the next section. So what I'm going to focus on right now is that it will be on the product inventory and cost page. It will pull information on the cost that we spend each month to see, so what expenses are there in our business? Come get involved each month in order to calculate the profit margin or profit that we will receive per month. In the next section is our next channel. But in this part, it still appears as crossed out like this, because we haven't filled in the information yet on the product inventory and cost page. So there isn't any information to display yet. So after we finished with the performance of the invoice section, right, in the section below, so we will take a look at the overview section, or to put it simply, it will be the performance section of each product. We will see that in each product and each month, with how many were sold and how much was the amount. Here it will lead to a picture like this. If in the case that products are continuously added, the information on this page will be displayed automatic, and it was added automatically as well. As for the product inventory and cost, as I mentioned a moment ago, mainly on this page it will collect information about expenses in our business, right? This page will focus on the product inventory, or the expenses that we have already invested in keeping our stock. The item that is currently displayed will be linked from the section, so the main page where we have filled in information since the setup section. However, in this section there will be a link that "So My Way." What has been prepared is that it will be in the initial inventory, simply put, after we start using this file. Remaining stock, or to say simply, the stock balance at that moment of the business that the customer has purchased. How much is the initial stock? You can put the information in this field. And in another part, so in these fields that are gray fields, right here, this one will already have the formula automatically tied to it. There is no need to fill in information at all. Or simply say, fill in only the white fields like this. Therefore, in this part, field has been prepared as well. In the next section, there will be the section, so add or subtract inventory, or to put it simply, it's an add-on deduct inventory. In the case of, so the products in our inventory, is there an entry or exit that is other than selling in this case? So let us stamp the information into this field, whether it's a defect or not. Our product is damaged, right? Or our products were sent incorrectly according to specifications, resulting in the loss of inventory for free. So you can stamp the information into this field. And so in the next part, it will be the part of LACEC, which is for this column when we fill in information or come to update each item or each SKU. This column will be like a reminder field that tells us that each order was last updated on the date. How much it will be like a reminder that, so I just fixed it 7 days ago. The cost should be something like this. This one will be like your own keep track as well. In the next section, so as I informed you a moment ago, there will be a minimum inventory section that we entered in from the setup page. In this section, it will be taken and calculated. As for the inventory balance, at present, our balance, when taken into account with the minimum inventory that we set, what stage is it at? Here it is divided into 4 stages. Mainly, it will be on the side of, so are there products in stock or not? The products in stock, so have already begun to reduce, so you may have to get ready to find stock. Or in the third case, it's required stock added here. Here it indicates that the stock is close to reaching, so the minimum limit that we have, it's already set. You should be able to purchase product to replenish your inventory. And the last part is the out of stock part, or simply saying that the product is out of stock. This is that there will be clearly separated categories. And in the status inventory field here, there will be a link from the data. So in this field, then go and calculate what level it is at, and it will automatically show the status in this box on the right side, so you can see that. So there will be a cost, spend, overall section, right? Simply put, this section is different from the section on the left that we focused on a moment ago on the inventory side. In the right part here, so we will focus on the inventory side of oneself. Other expenses related and not related to the inventory may be expenses such as shipping costs or free delivery or additional expenses. Other expenses related to operating the business here. Yes, you can fill in information in this field, for example. So I'll try to fill in information that says cost spend aid, description AA, paid on 2024 to amount 1,000. So now if we fill in the information, there will be a box for us to choose. So through which channels do we pay most of the other expenses here? Whether it's cash or a credit card, you can come and stamp it in this box, in which case we have expenses that... so there are many items in this section. It will help summarize into a summary picture that we spend through each channel. What is the total number? And it might help in proportion analysis as well. In this case, so let's say that in the case of one field I fill in clash, right? Now there will be a compare option for each of our months. Between credit cards and cash, how much do we use? When you use the mouse to click on it, so you will see the details inside showing how many numbers it is. So in the invoice from section, here there will be links to main information from the order tracker section where we have collected sales information. Is it right that in each order which products can be sold? In the invoice from section here, it will retrieve those data, come out and make a summary picture, so ready to print. Or simply put, it's like a template ready to print for customers. Use it in your business to print invoices. This is the working principle on this page. The main thing that we will focus on is the box that I click here. When we want to change the details displayed on the invoice template, we can edit the number here to make sure it is the invoice number we want. And the information here will change automatically. But right now the section is still showing an error. So it's because there will be another section on the invoice page. In this place, it's the same way to retrieve data, which is on your own side. Customer database, or simply said, is a database that we will use it for collecting our customer information so that we may create CRF programs or whatever. But before we get to the customer database part, I'll focus on the invoice from part a little more. As informed that, as for the setup page, there will be a payment information section, right? This is when we enter our payment details. The information in this field will be displayed automatically, which is simply said, this form page, that is ready to print. So for the customer's business, so that so it can be an invoice, actual invoice, that is, it will be ready to print. So in the next section, so the customer database that I mentioned just now, that is, so it will collect information about each of our customers' lines, and that each customer, what company is he in, so what is the contact email number, what is the address. And now on the front, so there will be a gray area, or is it the area where the formula is tied? It will be concluded that each customer that he has comes to buy products. How many orders have he made, and the total amount received from this customer? So how much is the amount? And if we averaged out the average per order, so what would be the number per this customer? That is, it will be summarized automatically based on the information that we have entered in the order tracker page here. Mainly this page, the working principle is something like this. So when we need it, we just come in and fill out the information on this page as we have already filled in the information on the tracker order page, right? See that? So which customer? So what's his name? What company is he from? What's his email address? Here we can fill in all the details. It will be able to respond at this point. So in the last part of this file, that is, it will be the part of the product pricing calculator, or simply put, it will be the part that we will use it for calculating reasonable prices. We should sell this type of product based on our cost calculations in many parts. Or say it simply on this page, it will pull information whether it's the inventory amount of this type of product, right? Look at the space that this amount of money goes with this type of product. How much is the total number? And so then there will be the labor cost side, or the wages of our employees. What is the rate? For that, you can enter the information in terms of working hours or working day and see how many days they worked in total. How many hours per day do you work? And so how much per hour? You can fill in the information here. But in the other part, it will be on the side of other cost here, this one will be a different part from the one shown in costs and expenses. Other cost, that is, it will be a cost that, simply put, is it the cost of acquiring this product? Find out what costs are involved, and so then you can stamp the details in this box. The working principle on this page is, so to begin with, we're going to select our product list first. We want to see what kind of product list we want to see. So how much discount do we want to set, and how much profit margin do we want to get from this type of product list? So how much is it? There is various information in the middle section here. It will be displayed automatically. That is, it will pull information so for example, the product maple syrup. Right now, at present, how much inventory do we have outstanding? And it will be the part that I explained to you just now. After we have filled in all the criteria in the selling price per unit field here, there will be a calculation of money, or so the selling price per piece. It comes out automatically. That is, it will be the price that, after we've matched things according to our criteria, reasonable selling price with this product, it will be the price shown in this box. And then there will be, so the last part is expected market value, or in simpler terms, if we rely on the case that we sell at this price, so the selling price now, right, from all of the inventory here, market value, or the total amount of money to be generated, whatever the amount is, it will be displayed in this box. The main basic usage for the Small Business Financial Report is something like this. Thank you.